Hello, yes, this is Chris. Just basically making this video to basically give a little brief rundown on the truth of basically everything and the truth of what's basically going on with Israel today. So, um, yeah, you may have been told, or someone may know, that yes, Israel was found to be located in Africa, and it was basically located on the south part of Africa. So, yeah, later with that video. But the important thing, but the thing to know now is this right here, the actual 12 tribes of Israel. And here you can see Judah being the American blacks, and Benjamin, the West Indian blacks, Levi, Haitians, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, Cubans, Simeon, Dominican, Zebulon, Guatemala, um, you know, Tribe of God, Native American, and so on and so on and so forth. Issachar, Mexican, Aztecs, and Naphtali, so on and so forth. So this tribe right here shows the 12 tribes of Israel. And if you are, descendant from these places, you are actually part of the real 12 tribes of Israel. We have found, well, yes, it's been hidden, and yet, found that, yes, Jerusalem was in fact located in Africa, in the southern part of Africa, and basically when the diaspora happened, the so-called, how did all the so-called blacks and Latinos, Native Americans, they basically all came from the certain region, and they were all over there before, before the whole oppression from the bullcrap Spaniards, the Edomites, um, which is in the Bible. So this is the diaspora right here that is spoken about, the real diaspora of how, the Israelites, the real Jews, would be scattered through the nations and stuff. So yes, if you are on this chart, it is very important to know, and you're obligated to basically keeping the commandments of Yahweh. So you definitely need to keep the commandments of Yahweh. Now, here is the Bible, okay? Now let's go into who is not Jewish, or just to clear up the schism, which they actually know that, these people today. But but we'll look at this right here. This book was written. The 13th Tribe was written by a guy named R.E. Kosler. Kosler, who of course, he's a Khazar. He's actually not a He's actually not a Jew. So basically, the so-called people who you see today, who would claim to be, that are actually in fact not Jews, who would claim to be a part of Judaism, are actually not Jews. They're not descendants of Israel. They actually are in fact Khazars. This guy right here wrote a book basically revealing just what these people actually are. These so-called these fake Jews. They look very white. They look European. They are not. I repeat, they are not Jews. And this guy reveals it. Their real ancestry. So, Book of Kostler, which is events of these is they're not, as you could read here, not descendants of the historical Israelites. You see, So this guy was basically on a mission, not even on a mission, but he was trying to look at, find the so-called people today, the ancestry, but he couldn't find it. So let me see. The Ashkenazi are not descended from the historical Israelites of antiquity, but from Khazars, a Turkic people. So the people who you see today, who who claim to be, the white people, basically, though, who claim to be, they are not Jews. Okay, they are fake, and this is what the big, schism, is basically about. So this guy revealed it all, and this has been actually hidden, and this is trying to, they've been trying, kind of trying to suppress it, but you can go look, but yeah, in his book, he reveals it, and he found that they are, in fact, actually Khazars. They are not Jews. So, yes, and in the Bible, they're actually described as they're actually described as Edomites. So they are the enemy, basically. And yeah, so that's important to know, that the real Jews are these people right here: 12 tribes of Israel, the American blacks, the Hispanic, Mexican people, Argentinians, the Native American people, the Seminole Indians. These are the real tribes of Israel, okay? These are the real people. So the fake ones are these right here. So that's basically that. And, we already found that Jerusalem, the real location of Jerusalem, is in fact located in Africa. And of course, historically, I mean, the Jews coming from Egypt, I'm sorry, yeah, the Israelites coming from Egypt from slavery, I mean, all this stuff within the Bible is all taking place in Africa. It does not take place anywhere else, and therefore, thus, you see the thing. So basically, yeah, um, just so you know that, so understand, yes, you have these fake uh, things, and the real ones are, yeah, this right here. So, if you are, if you're, yes, being a real person of Israel, you are obligated, you are to keep the commandments and pray to Yahweh, okay? The correct name of God, and that is basically that. All right, thank you. So, yeah, it's good to know that. All right.